glad that you had the courage and the strength to call me over so that I could be there for you. Yeah, that's really, really important, and that makes you so strong. So what have you been doing to take care of yourself? Anything in particular? Some baths. Candlelit baths are really nice. Very relaxing. Have you tried yoga or anything like that to kind of, relieve that excess stress that you're probably feeling right now? Yeah, we'll just do what you can, okay? No harm. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's totally okay to feel how you feel. When my brother passed away, a lot of people would be like, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. I know how you're feeling. And truth be told, they didn't know how I felt. So I could say I know how you feel, but I don't. Every loss is unique and different, and you're entitled to feel however you feel about that. But not every loss feels the same. They're all quite unique. Yeah, in their own ways, because you have your own memories, you have your own emotions, feelings surrounding that. Yeah, and that's totally okay. There are a lot of uncomfortable feelings that come up when death arrives. Yeah. And that's okay too, Feelings of guilt, feelings of sadness, anger, very normal. And I totally respect how you feel. And I'll never tell you that it's wrong. Never. Yeah, they were a really great person. And I know they meant a lot to you. No, I'm gonna get sad. That's, it hurts my heart that you're hurting. But I just want to be there for you and give you a little bit of, special attention. Just let you know that, you're not alone. And I'm here. And I know it's hard to call on somebody and ask them to come over. And sometimes it's not out of weakness. It's out of feeling like you don't have the energy to give to another person being in your presence when there's so much going on. And I don't take offense to that. Absolutely not. But we can lay in silence too. If you're ever feeling like you don't have the energy to entertain another person, but you're needing that camaraderie or that friendship or, and we can just lay there, if you need. I can lay in silence, we can throw on a movie and just pretend the outside world and all the bad things that can come with it just don't exist anymore. Yeah. You don't need to coddle me, you don't need to entertain me, and you don't need to even talk to me. Yeah, some of those are those are some of the best hangouts you can have, truthfully, right? Yeah. Oh, don't be afraid to do that too. We can have a code word. You can text me banana, and I'll be like, alright, on my way over with ice cream and a heated blanket. Yeah. Because I get it. Yeah, I do. That it's tough to call on people for a myriad of reasons, right? Like the one we just spoke about, not feeling like you have the energy for another person. I get that too. I'm really bad for that. When I need help, or I need, someone around, I will just torture myself and I won't ask anybody to come. And that is really sad to go through things completely alone when you don't need to. Because I'm here. You've got people like me in your life who care and will do the absolute most to make sure that you're feeling as best as you can. Not expecting anything of you or from you. Just simply because I love you and I want to be there for you. And those kind of people are really important at this time. All I have is love in my heart for you. Just love. And you hurting makes me hurt. Because you're one of my best and closest friends. You're like a sibling to me. And your happiness matters. And the way you feel matters. And if you don't want to be happy right now, then that's okay too. And I'll never force you to. I'll never question you as to why you're not and why your healing is taking, this amount of time, X amount of time. Because healing's not linear, is it? No. If healing were a line chart or a line graph, it would just be all over the place, up and down and around. So you take your time, and you be who you need to be right now. You take that time, and you feel how you need to feel. Okay? So though I may not understand your exact pain, I know how much loss can hurt. And, my version of grief and how that felt. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So I'm just really proud of you that you had the strength to call me over. I cannot imagine what it must be like. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about your favorite memory of them? That's a unique one. Yeah, continue. Really? That's so funny. They had such a good sense of humor. Are you serious? They were always getting into something, eh? You still have the pictures? I definitely want to see those. Hey, maybe we could make a collage or something out of that. I could frame it for you and help you make it. Yeah, it'd be fun. Sometimes it's good to spend time, doing things that help you honor their memory in your own way. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, me using the past tense to describe them. I hope that didn't hurt your feelings or make you feel bad. Yeah. Because I know, when my brother passed away, and the thought of only ever using the past tense to speak of him was really painful for me. That realization that those types of words would be the only ones that I could use to talk about him frightened me, made me uncertain of myself. Yeah, for sure. You'll find yourself questioning a lot of things, for sure. Or maybe you'll just feel like a shell of yourself. And that's okay too. Yeah. Some people shut down. And some people, isolate. Yeah. That's okay too. I will check on you and I'll text you. And I'll make sure you're okay, but don't you ever feel the need to respond to me? If you're just not up to it, I'll get it. I will. Take your time. Because that stuff can be really draining when you're already feeling very emotionally drained. But don't be shy to say what you want to say. Journal, write poetry, make art, dance, sing. You can do whatever you need to do, cook to get through it, I did find that journaling, or in my case, like writing poetry, really did help kind of make sense of myself. Yeah. But healing, like I said, isn't linear, and it'll take time. Maybe just right now you need to feel like a shell of a person. Yeah, I know you described yourself as feeling like that. And I know it's annoying to hear that time will heal everything, and I would say that that's not entirely accurate. Why? Well, I think that the wound itself is never healed. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. The pain hurting less doesn't mean you've forgotten or you're over it, or they'll be upset with you that you don't hurt as much. You don't owe it to them to feel pain, okay? It is not something they want for you is to torture yourself every day with the things you should have said, the things you wish you didn't say, the times you weren't there, the times, things that just, don't sit well with you. They don't want you to lament over them. I promise you that. You don't owe the dead guilt. Okay? It's not your job to make your pain last longer because you think you deserve it out of guilt. I promise you that. So time, it does lessen the pain as it passes. As the clock hands move ever forward, as each 12-hour increment of time passes, there's a little piece of yourself that gets sewn back together. And time lessens pain. There are, as much as I want to say, with time, nothing will hurt anymore. Nothing will trigger you into an episode of tears or of remembrance or of guilt or whatever feeling you might have. Because that definitely will happen. And I don't want to lie to you and say that it's gonna be all okay. Because there's gonna be nights, days, times where it doesn't feel like that's the case. And you just need to ride it out. You need to cry if you need to cry. You need to look at their photos if you need to look at their photos. Okay? Yeah. So with time, their memory will be less painful and more beautiful. It won't be overshadowed by grief. Maybe it'll be a slightly happier memory when it comes about. But for a long time, for sure, yeah, that pain you feel, yeah, like when you remember them, right now, it's also fresh. Yeah. No, I know, right? It feels like maybe like a hot stove, right? Like, let's say their memory is this hot stove, okay? And every time you think of them, it's like touching that hot stove, and it physically hurts. Yeah. And if there's a time in the beginning where you can't think about it, and you try to run from it, allow yourself that time. But come back and touch their memory. It'll be less hot, I promise. Yeah, with time, it will be. Oh, yeah. It'll be okay. You'll be okay. You're so strong. You're so resilient. You're so beautiful. You're so loved. There are so many people around you that are here that want to love you and be there for you. And if you don't want it right now, that's okay. But know that you are loved. You are loved. You are cared for. You matter. The world needs you. It absolutely does. Don't say that. The world does. Truth be told, the world's never the same every time one of us leaves it. And you have so much time to make even bigger of an impact. Do all the things and see all the things you want to see. I know the world can feel like a dark and scary place, especially during times like these. But there's so much beauty. And you are one of the most beautiful things that the world has to offer. Yeah, because you're so loving, you're so caring. You know, you don't give it a second thought when somebody needs you. And that's what the world needs more of, and that's why I need you here, and so many other people need your influence. Because it's important. You're important, and you matter. And that person mattered too. Look at the impact they left on you. Yeah. Look, how many people care. I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up. Yeah. How many people care about them and will continue to do so, and you will keep their memory alive. Yeah. That's beautiful. I think you should do that. I know you love to travel. Yeah. So you should do that. Yeah, I have a printer at my house. If you want me to, we can load up some photo film, photo paper, and we can print out a bunch of photos of them. Yeah. And then anytime you go somewhere special, you can take one with you and bury it there. I know you wish that you had traveled with them more and they'd seen more of the world, but you can show them. You can leave their mark You can even pin it up somewhere on like a random bulletin in Malaysia or something, you know? Yeah. And then people will see their face and their memory will be kept alive. Yeah, I should absolutely do that. That sounds like a great idea. Well, let me run you another bath. Let me get the laptop charged up. Put a great movie on for you, whatever you want. Get you some big bubbles. And we will make the most luxurious bath you've ever had. And then, while you're in there, soaking up in your glory, I'll cook you the most nutritious meal. Because I know it's been difficult to eat. What's your favorite? Done deal. I'll go to the grocery store, I'll grab it all, and I'll make it for you. It's important to eat what you want to eat, because other stuff's hard to get down. Yeah, it's no problem at all. I love you so much. Yes. Okay. Let's do it. Also, let's get a bottle of wine. Absolutely. Red it is. Okay. I love you so much. And it'll be okay.